What's good with y'all, man? RealTalkDJT back with another video. This is another video for y'all on how to beat depression, okay? Oh yeah, and it's very, very simple too. I'm not gonna make it complicated. I'm gonna make it very simple. Short, quick, easy. This specific technique on how to beat depression or how to beat a low vibration or stress or anxiety or not wanting to live anymore or a bunch of bad shit's happening to you, so you allow that to affect your mood and your emotions and your thoughts. Now you're going to feel depressed, okay? So when I say depression, on how to beat depression, I'm speaking on everything I just listed, okay? It doesn't have to be exact depression or it doesn't. You don't have to be diagnosed with depression. You feel me? But all those things I listed, this is my technique for those and a solution for those. Okay? I suggest y'all go read this book because this is where I'm gonna pull the ideas from or the quotes from, if you want to call it a quote. Go read Lao Tzu's book. Okay? Just type in Lao Tzu and it should be the first book to pop up. Go read that book. In that book, he says, when thinking, and I don't know if this is word for word, right? But this is what I pulled from it. When thinking, keep the mind simple, okay? What does that mean? If you have to plan something, or let's say you got hit with a situation in your life, right? And usually, if you would have got hit with this situation, it would have stressed you out. You feel me? You feel like it's a lot of pressure on you, a lot of weight on your shoulders. You got to perform, or else if you don't do this, you're going to be looked at like this by a bunch of people. Opinions. If you don't do this, you're going to be a lazy ass bitch. All this shit. Instead of having those thoughts that you would normally have, try this one time. Keep the mind very simple when being hit with this situation, okay? I want you to become aware of every thought that you have in every time you enter the mind, okay? So look at it as look at your mind like a house, okay? Really listen up. This is gonna change your life. Look at your mind as a crib, a house, right? An apartment, whatever you want to look at it, a living space. Let's say it's your apartment. That's how I want you to look at your mind. Every time you enter your apartment, every time you enter your mind, there's a bunch of chaos in it. Because that is the nature of the mind. The mind, when you enter it, let's say a fucked up situation happens to me, right? If I decide to enter the mind, walk into my apartment, there's going to be a bunch of shit on the floor. Because those are all the thoughts. It's just the nature of the mind. It's how it's naturally going to be, right? Because the mind, aka thoughts, are meant to help you survive, okay? They're meant to help you survive, you feel me? Like back in the old, back like what our ancestors and shit, these thoughts would help them, aka the mind would just help them survive, move around. That's why you always get stressed when you enter your mind. So back to my main point. Every time you enter your mind, I want you to be aware that you just walked into your apartment. Be aware that you just unlocked your apartment door and walked in. Now, when you walk in your apartment and you see a bunch of clothes on the floor, or you see the couch not where it's supposed to be, let's just say someone broke in your apartment and robbed your shit. When you walk in and you see all this shit, let me ask you this. Do you now identify with the messy apartment? When you walk into your apartment that's messy, there's clothes on the floor, do you say to yourself, okay, let me pick up these clothes, let me fold them, let me make this better, and then let me figure out who broke in my crib? Do you think that? Or do you think, I'm these clothes, I'm a messy apartment, I'm all this chaos? All I'm saying is, usually the only reason that you have depression or you have a stressful life is because instead of you simply watching your thoughts, you identify with them. You identify with the clothes on the floor. You identify with the chaos. You become the negative thoughts instead of just becoming aware of the negative thoughts, okay? So when thinking, no matter what the situation is, if you want to beat depression, when thinking, start to simply be the witness of the thoughts. Start to no longer identify with all of them. Okay? Now, once you do that, keep thinking simple. Now that you have realized that you're not these thoughts, now I want you to keep your thoughts very simple. Don't make them confusing. If you have a test tomorrow, right? I want you to either study for the test, and that's the only thought you have in your head. Oh, okay, I have a test tomorrow. Oh, maybe you have a bunch of thoughts popping up. Oh, I'm nervous. What if this happens? If I fail, my mom gonna kick me out. My mom gonna get mad at me. My mom gonna be tight. If I fail, I'm not gonna make it to this stage of my life. Fuck all that chaos right now. We don't need that. Fuck all that. We never need that. That shit is fake. It's just your ego trying to create problems. It's not real. That's the chaos I'm talking about. So let's say you have a test tomorrow. Instead of, you may see all these thoughts popping up, all these negative thoughts. Just see them. Don't engage in those thoughts. Don't become those thoughts. Don't identify with them. They're not you. They're just there. Okay? And it doesn't mean you're a bad person for having those thoughts. They're just there. So just become the witness. And then I simply want you to focus on the main simple thought. Study for the test, or don't study for the test. That's the thinking you should have. You have a test, study for it or don't. That is what I mean when I say, when thinking, keep it simple, okay? In the Lao Tzu book, he gives examples of other situations in life and what to do in those, okay? I'm gonna name some of them. Once again, I don't know if this is exactly from it, but this is what I took from the book. When walking around or when doing actions, when acting, right? When doing action, simply be here. Simply act. Do you get it? When thinking, keep thinking simple and simply think. When acting, keep acting. Keep your actions simple and simply act. Be in the present moment. Focus on the action you're doing right now. Not the one that you should be doing. Focus on the action you're doing right now. Finish this action, because it will come to an end, because everything comes to an end. Nothing lasts forever. The actions you have to do this week, it's just a stage to get you to next week. So don't stress. Just put your trust into God and into divine, and just focus on the actions right now. When acting, simply act, okay? That's all you got to do. That's your only job right now. The last thing I'm going to say to end this video, you feel me? Because I don't want this video to be too long. It's not supposed to be too long. It doesn't need to be too long. If you got to watch the video twice, watch the video twice. I promise you, once you understand it even a little bit, it will improve your life, okay? Take every situation as it is. Once you take it as it is, I want you to accept it as it is. Don't try to alter it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to put your own twist onto it. First, before you even change anything, I want you to take the situation as it is. Accept that that's how it is. Accept that this happened to you or this happened to this. Accept the situation, and then before you try to change it, I want you to love it. After you looked at it for what it is, accepted it for what it is, I want you to love it for what it is. Love the fact that the situation is uniquely how it is. Love the fact that, oh, you might have got fucked over like this. I want you to love the situation for being put in your life so that it can help you improve, or it taught you this lesson, or it's a stepping stone for you to get to level 6 when you're really on level 5 right now. Love the situation for it being what it is. Once you do these 3 steps, you can now try to change it, and now you can try to problem solve if that's what you choose to do. If it's worth solving the problem, now it's time for you to try to change the situation, or try to change your situation and try to improve and evolve it, okay? And make it better. This is a simple video on how to beat depression, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is all facts. And this is all I do in my YouTube channel. So if you fuck with the facts, if you fuck with the truth, bro, subscribe, comment, like the video, you feel me? Be yourself, man. Real shit. And real shit though, like if you got any questions, email me, hit me on my Instagram, show love. If this video popped up on your For You page, and I'm out, let's get it.